Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jolene Mujica. I'm the head of trends and tours at Windowsware. Welcome to Windowsware Live. We're going to take a look at some of retail news for this week. So let's start with Diesel. Diesel has unveiled a new pop-up store concept. So Diesel has unveiled a new pop-up store concept in both Europe and the United States. The first activation by the label's new creative director, Glenn Martens. The European location is situated in Amsterdam, an exclusive premium shopping destination in the Dutch capital. The U.S. pop-up is at Tyson's Corner Center, which is a premier retail complex just adjacent to the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. The two pop-ups will feature an assortment of seasonal products for men and women from the brand's Spring-Summer 2021 drops, as well as its pre-fall 2021 collections. So these pop-ups use the company's red tag aesthetic and hue as a primary design feature. From top to bottom, floor to ceiling, the spaces are painted in Diesel's iconic red. In tandem, elements of discontinuity and transformation are layered into the architecture. A For Successful Living logo is distorted and imprinted across the entirety of both stores and is only legible when viewed from their entryways. The new design vision is set to refresh Diesel's existing retail model by the end of the year by curating both shopping elements and experiential immersions. This new form of business is the future of its physical brand interaction and will be visible by the end of the year in the first Diesel hub that will open in Shanghai. Let's move on over to see what's going on at Saks Fifth Avenue. So Saks Fifth Avenue stores and their website split into separate companies. So for Saks Fifth Avenue, re-engineered with a new business model, equity partner, and strong balance sheet, intends to grab market share in luxury e-commerce. It is a vibrant sector with an escalating battle to win over consumers between NeimanMarcus.com, Moda Operandi, Net-a-Porter, Farfetch, and Matches Fashion, right? But on Friday, the Hudson Bay Company, which is the parent of Saks Fifth Avenue, disclosed that it split the Saks Fifth Avenue store fleet and SaksFifthAvenue.com into separate companies. And that Insight Partners, a venture capital and private equity firm, made a $500 million minority equity investment in the Saks e-commerce business, valuing it at $2 billion. As standalone companies, Saks Fifth Avenue's e-commerce business is now simply known as Saks. The 40-store Saks Fifth Avenue fleet is known as SFA, Saks Fifth Avenue, which remains wholly owned by HBC or Hudson Bay Company. Now, executives at Saks and Insight Partners said that the restructuring of Saks Fifth Avenue means reinvesting in its e-commerce like HBC could never do to spur the business, increase spending on technology, contact centers, marketing, and to enhance styling, personalization, shipping, and return capacities are seen. Last year, SaksFifthAvenue.com was replatformed into Salesforce Commerce Cloud to capture more data on users, leading to messaging that furthers personalization. Men's Gear got its own homepage, which led to a designated men's section, and the overall look and feel of the website was upgraded. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So transporting the Saks Fifth Avenue stores and e-commerce businesses into separate companies is a prelude to potentially spinning off the e-commerce operation into its own public company. If IPO for Saks e-commerce is appealing, given the current high valuations of e-com pure plays like Farfetch, it provides a clearer view of the valuation of Saks Fifth Avenue assets, stores, and website, and presents opportunities to continue to raise money, right? So SaksFifthAvenue.com generates about $1 billion in annual sales. That's roughly twice the volume of Farfetch, which went public in January and saw its stock prices quickly soar. Now, this is just early days for online shopping, especially in luxury. According to Richard Baker, the governor, executive chairman, and chief executive officer of Hudson Bay Company, there is an opportunity for luxury to triple its size online. No one really knows how retailing is going to play out. With this move, we are redefining the luxury shopping ecosystem. Now, the transaction with Insight Partners reinforces HBC's ability to unlock significant value within their company's assets, and they, of course, are delighted to partner with Insight Partners, a firm globally recognized for its accessibility to scale internet, software, and e-commerce leaders to unleash Saks' full potential. E-commerce at all of our banners has always been very strong, according to them. And HBC operates Hudson Bay in Canada, Saks off Fifth, as well as Saks Fifth Avenue. It also has extensive real estate holdings, including real estate joint ventures. With the split up, Mark Metrick, who is the president and CEO of Saks Fifth Avenue, becomes CEO of Saks e-commerce business and a member of the new company's board of directors. Larry Bruce has been president of SFA stores. Bruce has been with the Saks Fifth Avenue family for nearly 20 years, including the past 8 years as the director of stores. And Sebastian Gunningham will join the Saks board of directors and serve as advisor. While the split presents new possibilities for Saks e-commerce, it also presents executional challenges and a lot of things to work out. But in this statement, according to HBC and Saks Fifth Avenue, Saks will work in conjunction and continue to deliver a seamless consumer experience, and spelled out some of the sort of divisions of their functions. The Saks e-commerce company will take lead marketing and merchandising across both Saks and Saks Fifth Avenue, and Saks will retain ownership and control of the Saks Fifth Avenue's intellectual property, including the brand and visual identity. So big moves from Saks. Moving on over to take a look at what's going on at Gucci. So Gucci has a new store opening in Amsterdam. So Gucci's been a fixture on PC Hoofdstraat, Amsterdam's sort of golden mile of luxury shopping for over a decade, and was one of the first high-profile fashion houses to arrive. It has aided the Dutch capital to boost its stature as a notable luxury shopping destination. Now, the city's steep ascent in the ranks closely trailed Gucci's equally steep rise to being the world's most popular luxury brand, thanks to the sartorial vision of creative director Alessandro Michele, resulting in a relocation to bigger premises in the aforementioned shopping artery. This 5,400 square foot space sets across 3 floors inside 3 unified residential structures that were all built in 1875, and Gucci's new outpost is in fact the largest retail space on the shopping street. It features the brand's new retro chic retail design codes as laid down by Alessandro Michele, and it's set up like a private apartment, albeit a rather grand and large one. The boutique sees a series of plush and eclectic yet welcoming settings, juggling old and new by the way of the wood flooring with bold hand-painted graphic motifs by Italian artisans, molded wall panels, and classic furnishings, which are richly colored with the double G insignia that Gucci is known for in the upholstery. All of them have been meticulously in sync with the aesthetic of the collections throughout the store. Shoppers can find sumptuous seating in the back in between shopping sprees, while vintage rugs are layered over each other, adding to this maximized textural effect. The new Gucci store will carry women and men's apparels, accessories, bags, shoes, cosmetics, in addition to the Doraemon and Gucci collection for the avid millennial fan base, which has taken over as Gucci's main audience. So here we can see that space, very coded for Gucci, but also respecting the architecture of that beautiful Amsterdam space. Let's move on over to take a look at what's going on with Benefit Cosmetics. So Benefit Cosmetics is investing in virtual events for their mascara launch. Benefit has said to have spent $500,000 on a recent event, which is a fraction of the $10 million it reportedly spent on influencer activations pre-COVID-19. Just this past February, Benefit hosted a virtual launch party to support its They're Real magnet mascara, which industry sources estimate could exceed $120 million in first-year global retail sales. Now, Benefit's virtual events microsite drew 77,000 unique visitors from more than 160 countries to participate in live meet and greets and to watch a performance by singer Ari Lennox. The bulk of the company's investment is said to have gone to the nearly 3,000 VIP mailers and agency, BMF, in which it built the microsite on. The same day of the event, Benefit began a 2-day visit to 12 influencers via a mobile content studio. So they're faced with a moment in which they really had to look to launch significantly differently based on the impact of the pandemic, right? How Benefit reaches and engages with a consumer is raising the bar for both online and offline experiences, and it drove them to think differently about how to bring the consumers into the fold and learn about this critical innovation. Benefit has been evolving its influencer strategy as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, placing increased emphasis on TikTok creators. The enthusiasm that TikTok creators have brought to talking about our products has been unprecedented, says Tobo Haba, who is the Senior Vice President of Global Marketing and Communications for Benefit. Everyone is trying to figure out the best way to work with creators, and now that we don't have to have the FaceTime that we used to, by the end of the day, we're sort of finding that consumers are still discovering beauty through creators. Now, after a trial run on Instagram shopping, Benefit released its new mascara on Facebook's e-commerce feature in the United States. The company also created a custom AR filter to drum up excitement for the launch. Let's see what that looks like right on over here. In Dubai, Benefit created a contactless build-out meant to resemble an arcade claw machine at the Dubai Mall's Sephora. The digital interactive installation is nearly 50 feet high and was created in partnership with London-based agency Studio XAG. Consumers can virtually interact with the mascara's magnet technology, and it's another fun way to find out how we show a great innovation in a fun way, but that is also safe and in a touchless environment. So that does it for our news stories for this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our Windowsware member projects. As always, if you are a Windowsware member, make sure that your profile is filled out and complete and that you're uploading your projects so that you can be featured on Windowsware Live. All right, so our first member is Hervé Lavenant, building a beautiful window campaign for the Spring-Summer 2021, the Ocean Collection for Delvaux. So this is the Delvaux window campaign in Paris. Let's take a look at what's going on over at Vandenblock has teamed up with a Crop to build their Spring is Coming 2021 campaign. And finally, let's take a look at Arsenal. So Arsenal New York for Dior. Arsenal New York has built a mini toile vitrine at the Grand Salon flagship in New York City for Dior. Beautiful work. And as always, if you are a Windowsware member, please make sure that you are uploading your projects and that you're profile is up to date to be featured on Windows Wear Live. Before we go ahead and go, I'd like to also mention that our mentorship program is currently live. So if you are a student and you are a member of Windows Wear, this is an opportunity for you. Our mentorship program, you can win a summer 2021 internship with either Coach Kate Spade or Michael Kors. For Coach and Kate Spade, they are looking for the store of the future. The Store of the Future is the project with which you will present to Kate Spade and Coach. And for Michael Kors, they are looking to celebrate their 40th year anniversary to reimagine their store in a healthy world. For the students listening, if you are a student, please make your way to windowswear.com/mentorship for all of the information on these projects for participation, submission requirements, eligibility, and prizes, which include the grand prize of an summer internship at Coach Kate Spade or Michael Kors. Please visit windowswear.com/mentorship for more information on that for our students. That does it for Windows Wear Live. We'll see you next week. Have a fantastic afternoon.